there's not too many people that I consider in my circle.
Yeah.
You know, and the ones that I do consider in my circle is like the ones that I'm like, okay, they're real. You know, like I could work with these people. You know, so like these guys in here, you know, like we actually like we're doing like a big movement. Like
tell us about this movement.
Not only like they also do like the English, you know, that's the first thing, but we're doing the Latin hip hop, you know, like we're actually working on a project now that's called Los Alma Guerra. That Paul was the one that came up with the whole idea with that. You're gonna listen to a record that we just released actually today. You're the first one to play it today.
Oh wow! Exclusive.
Oh, you well, know it's MJ exclusive all the way on this show. So this is a great place to
you know so
to exclusify.
We have Paul will tell you like it's
yeah, well you guys are being quiet over there, so maybe you know.
Let him say what he got to say, then we're gonna jump in. But we got on that record that we're gonna release today. It's called Mucho Respeto. That's
much respect.
Yeah, much respect.
Yeah. that's easy to translate.
Yeah, that's me, Nostra, who else on it? Cufa Castro, Temperamento, and Ray Chester. So y'all get to hear that in a little bit. But
the secret weapon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's some fire, you know what I mean? And y'all gonna hear it. And basically what it is we all do music together, you know what I mean? Ray Chester, me, Nostra, Temperamento, Cuban Link. We got, you know, a couple of features on there. We all really work together on a regular basis. So I just seen that, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, we need to come out with something for the street first. You know, maybe we might make it a mixtape. We might shop it to actually get it, you know, get a deal for it. But first we're going to drop the mixtape. And it's called Los Alma Guerra, you know what I mean? And we're going to set it off with that. And the music is crazy. So that's how we're going to set it off with that.
Now, tell everyone if they don't know that Freeport, I can't even remember right now because you guys have a lot of music going down in Freeport. Not just you, there's Real Time Studios down the road, and they do their thing. They do a little bit of that showcase and stuff like that. But what's going on in Freeport that people need to know about?
Freeport got history though. Like before us, there was, you know, rappers putting it down for Freeport. Even Roosevelt, which is right there. You know what I mean? Even you can go all the way out east to CI. You know, Keith Murray, LOD, all of them. Like the history, just Long Island period is like is really like relevant. Always been relevant. Yeah, Rakim,
Eddie Murphy,
everybody, man.
Even though he does nothing for the hood,
Howard Stern.
But Howard Stern, like yo, look at that. That's crazy. Like you know what I mean. So Long Island's just rich as far as the hip hop is. Like we got big history. You know what I mean. So we've been doing it for a minute. Yeah, Flav.
Can't forget about Flav.
Yeah. Chuck D, everybody, you know what I mean? So we just continuing, like we've been doing it for a while, but you know, like you said, yeah, Freeport got a lot of up and coming talent, you know what I'm saying? Look out for that, you know? But yeah, we here. We just keeping it going. We just gonna be the next ones to do it and kick in the door, you know what I mean?
So hip hop's not dead then, right?
Of course. It's not dead, it's just like it's changing a lot, you know what I mean? The sales is a little messed up, but
well, the economy's not doing good and that's when it's getting affected.
Everything's messed up right now, you know what I mean? That's why you gotta vote for Obama.
Are you guys gonna
vote? I can vote, but it'd be a process. You know what I'm saying? Because you could assume what that's for.
F on the
chest. On my chest. You know what I mean?
Well, what are you guys worrying about in the lives of 326, Noztra, everything like that?
We need the music industry to figure out what's going on, because you know, with the whole computer situation, the internet, YouTube, MySpace, all that, like, you know, the artists aren't getting their just payments, you know what I'm saying? So we need the music industry to fix itself, or we gotta find new ways to sell music, you know what I mean? Because that's the way these artists like us and everybody else is making a living. So I think that's a big concern, you know what I mean? I don't know about you, Nose, but I be thinking about it all the time. Like, you know, there's new ways to do it, but nobody's getting paid, you know what I mean? So people got to figure that out.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like, album sales, they're not doing anything like lately. You know, like the top seller like this year, I think, is Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You know, and
he's on every. Well, and whoa, that's not good right there.
There's a lot of like power outages.
But we ain't going nowhere. We're here. Yeah, we might have just lost half the interview, but we're on video. Am I right?
I got you right here.
We're going nowhere. So I mean that was
I mean, so yeah, like I was saying, you know, like they gotta come up with like different ideas, you know, to like market.
Yeah.
You know, because like one thing was like Latin America, like they never sold like really albums out there because of the piracy.
Yeah.
But out here it's worse right now. You feel me? Like people are still like they digital downloads are doing better than actually like record sales. You know, like you can sell like people just go for the single that you have. They no longer buy the albums. You know, and it's crazy. You know, so I don't know. They gotta come up with something.
Well, what ended up happening, I think, also is that I think a lot of what happened is that the record industry started doing it to themselves, and then they didn't want to handle the changes appropriately. Because I remember a couple of years ago, they got rid of the single because they know they were making people's albums that only have one good song on it. And
I was just gonna say that.
And then they kept the format, even though there was iTunes and there was Napster and stuff like that. So we were just go, okay, that's your only good song, and because you gotta remember, with iTunes now, you can preview a whole album, so and it's only 99 cents. So obviously, if there are more good songs in your album, people will buy. But like a lot of artists, they know what people are doing. Like they're going in with gimmicks and stuff like that.
Only jerk
and then it hurts like
so long. You know what I mean? Before they stop supporting everything. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, you hear an album come out, you're like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta hear it. But you're right. You know what I'm saying? You only got one good song. How do you expect somebody to buy that album? You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel the whole CD like you gotta eliminate the CDs. You know, like between like 2-3 years from now, I don't think we're gonna be using CDs.
I think they're already out of here.
Like actually, they have I think it's Chris Brown's new album. It's gonna be sold like in the cards, the flash drives and the cards. Yeah, you know, so like. Cause like people actually like you have all these digital phones, you know, and everything like that. You actually get the songs like directly to the phone. Like you don't really have like the cars now have that you can plug your iPod to the car and everything, you know. So you don't really use CDs no more like that, you know. No, DJs don't use not even vinyls anymore, you know. You have Serato for that and everything, you know. Like you use MP3s.
I know. Like yesterday, I was at well, it's not like a club, it's like a bar thing. I was trying to give a CD to the DJ because he was playing whack music. And he's like, I don't have anywhere to put it. I was like, oh, okay.
You got that jump drive version?
Yeah. He was like, you have a jump drive? I was like, nah.
But yeah, they also have this new company. What they're doing is because they're trying to compete with iTunes. What they do is that they what you do with your subscription is not that you necessarily can download the music, but when you pay your monthly subscription or songs that you get, as long as you're online, you can play the record. But what it allows you to do, say if you're at a friend's house, you just go on the website and on your whole library, you can have access to from wherever you are at any computer.
What are you talking about, iTunes?
No,
something like that.
I forgot what it's called, but it's a new company that they really formalize how it works.
There's a company called DigiCard, which what they do is like I'm considering like doing it, like for Latin America. You know how these people don't really have like credit cards out there to go online and you know, purchase like a record. What they do is like you buy the cards through the company. You know, like let's say you're trying to sell your album for like $10. You know, a full album.
Yeah.
So you go out there and you sell the cards. It's like something if it was like a calling card.
Yeah.
So they scratch it off. They get like a different PIN number.
Yeah.
They go online, you know, to the website. They put the number, you know, like whatever the serial number, and you get to download the full album like high quality.
Oh, cool.
You know.
Oh, you mean like that's? I think they have that also in Target up here, but I think it's called something different. But it's the same concept. It's a little credit card that has like Lil Wayne's picture on it, and you go in and that way you go straight to iTunes.
There's like a few artists that's doing it already. They saying like for Latin America it's working. You know, so let's see what happens. You know, a lot of things have to change.